We should be live now, Jeannie.
Okay, let me see. Let me refresh
There's a
mine.
little bit of a delay, but yep, I see ya.
Oh. Hi, y'all.
Hello, everyone. We are here. This time we're on my side of the world. So we
different
have
time zone and everything.
I know it. I know it. Today was Friday. And Jeannie and I are continuing on our Mona Lisa for Summer of the Masters. And so we started a little later than we did Wednesday because today's Friday and it is mac and cheese and hot dogs day. And we did not want to not have that because the earth would go backwards on its axis. So we had to make sure we got the food in there. So well, you know what I noticed about this canvas?
What's up?
They have the big black circles at the bottom, which are the darker color. And then they have little teeny tiny circles.
What do you mean?
It looks like a square. If you look in your color grid, number 8001 and number 8314 are messing with my head.
Okay, so 8314.
8314.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That square of
Yeah, they look like a little black dot.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're tired or you're just trying to jam through.
No.
Do not don't DP and be drunk.
Yeah.
No drunk diamond painting.
Hold on 1 minute. Tom, let me just tell her to call Tom.
Your sister said it still is Friday.
Why, did I mess up somewhere?
No, you said today was Friday, and she said it still is Friday.
Yep. Hello, Patty. Welcome in.
Hi, Patty.
Yeah, karma or camera? Oh, camera? I'm not understanding what you mean.
Her camera. So to see the dots, to see the difference in the.
Oh, yes. Yes. Well, I also have this. I have the light pad and I have this that I won from O'Brien Custom Turning from the Randal Spangler event. I won this keychain and a matching pen. It's a pretty cool prize. Pretty cool.
And makes it easy to see on your desk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. So, yeah. So it says we have 4 people watching. So, you know, as Shadow would say, welcome in, lurkers. And I now have 12 people for my 500 subscriber box.
All right.
So, yeah, I'm happy about that. And I finally got to, when people email me, I finally get to know who they are because I can talk to them privately. And it's it's kind of neat when you have an email for somebody, it's personal.
Yeah.
And it's really kind of cool.
It
so
is.
No, we're not seeing the video. Thank you.
Todd's returning.
Yeah.
He's ready. He's got it queued up.
He was trying. So I don't know if I want to go.
I'm going to keep going over to the side.
That's what I'm saying. My next part is the hand. Well, either way, it's the hand. It's the top.
You do the hand and you see. You're going to see it looks a little swollen. I hope her face does not look
swollen.
The hand is looking at this point. So we'll
Oh,
see.
that's
But I'm
funny.
trusting the
Okay.
process. I trust it. Patty, do you trust the process when you diamond paint? Do you just go with it? Or do you start saying like Nancy here, who's like, well, maybe I should change the color?
I hate that the paper's not perforated. I've gotten spoiled with perforated paper.
Oh yeah.
Can't see.
Y'all, you got to think outside the box sometimes when you're doing stuff. So for this kit, I just kitted up in some little Ziploc bags. Now I didn't use I like these that I bought off of Amazon. They're thicker, and
Mm-hmm.
so they really stand up nicely. But this box here, an old vinegar bottle came in because it was fancy, but
Oh, okay.
I didn't pay fancy prices. I got it on clearance. But anyways, so something like this, it works though. So when you're thinking about kitting up and keeping your stuff, these things like this work great. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can reuse.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. But my husband got me set up with the um art dot containers with the little
Yeah. Mhm.
circle. So I'm pretty set up with those. He got me 2 of them that hold 90, and then I had one from a friend that holds 60, which is what I
Mhm.
have my Mona Lisa kitted up in, and my fruit. Oh, I just stuck my finger in the glue. My fruit canvas that I got from Five Below. So I have both of these kitted up in that. So
Yeah. But I mean, when you're looking for something, think outside the box, y'all. It doesn't have to
yeah.
be elaborate.
Yeah, I saw somebody use pill bottles
Yeah.
for their spare drills. I'm almost at that point. So, Love My Family gave me this. Well, I kind of took it from her because she had 4.
Mhm.
This is a Dreamer Design cover minder,
Yeah.
and it opens. So I love it because it's heavy. The other cover minders from DAC, they're not very heavy and they don't
Mhm.
hold the plastic back very
No, I
well.
have one of those, and I love that for putting your trash in. That's what I keep it
That's what
for.
yes,
Yeah.
that's what, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I do like to put a cover minder on the other side just so, oh my gravy.
Do you even like gravy?
Yes.
I like gravy.
I hate this. Okay.
What's wrong?
All right, I got it. I tried to put another cover minder. Let me see if I can
Oh,
show you. So that it shows me the border of my work. Let me see if I can. So yeah, and this is
oh, cool. Yeah, Patty, you're gonna have to click that link, girl.
I think I like this one better. This way they can see
That's
both of
cool.
us. Yeah. Yeah. All right. What did Patty say? Yeah, you do, Patty. Patty has a bigger art dot container,
Mm-hmm.
and hers has got like 2 layers in it, and each layer holds 60. So hers holds 120.
Yeah, I have one like that I've got.
Yeah.
They're nice. They're chunky, but they're nice.
Yep. I think Patty lost sound when I
Uh-oh.
went when I went to the
The
overhead
new.
to show you. Yeah, I think
Hmm.
she lost sound, but she should have sound now. Can you hear me now, Patty?
Blink twice if you can hear us.
Yeah, blink twice. Oh, goodness. So,
Oh my gosh, I
yeah.
started watching a new show on HBO. It's called Mortician,
Uh-huh.
and it's a documentary about a real um, funeral director, and his family had been funeral directors. I mean, since like the 40s or 30s or something. So it's like a family lineage.
Sorry,
And
I had to
when
really
it,
look at these containers for the
oh, okay,
dot. Sorry, go ahead.
when it came his time to kind of take over, he went a different kind of path. He decided that he was going to make cremations really affordable. And the reason why they became so affordable is um, in the crematorium, they were only supposed to be, they only had two burners, and it takes like an hour to an hour and a half for the average person. That's,
Ooh.
it's supposed to be one person. And so they could only do two people and at a time. And then so it was like, um, so many a day that they were doing, but it was still the numbers were low. Well, he decided that was moving a little too slowly. So he started
Oh. Oh.
putting as many as he could put into the chamber.
Ooh.
So they went from doing like 200 cremations a year to like 3,500, which is astronomical for the small facility they had.
Wow.
And he ended up, the whole point of this documentary is he was arrested. He served 10 years.
Oh.
And
Was he burning people before they died?
no, I mean, they were dead, but people were he was basically doing mass cremations, and nobody knew that. They were paying for single
Oh,
cremations
yeah.
and
Okay.
believing they were getting back the remains of their loved one.
Oh,
But
that's
now,
true.
I
How do
mean,
you?
people were like, I don't even know who this is, because he would, when you're cremating that many people at a time, you're not keeping track.
Wow. And
So
what's
I've just seen the first episode they've released, and
what's the
he's
name of that?
still, it's called Mortician.
Mortician.
It's really, really
And
interesting
what
because
streaming
it's on
service?
HBO.
Oh, yeah, we don't have HBO. We're poor.
Oh, I get it free with my home internet.
Yeah, we have Cox.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they have even free HBO, but did I tell you what my grandson did?
With the movie.
Yeah, okay. So I
Yeah, I was
did.
going to ask, have you watched that yet?
Not yet. Well, my husband worked today, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
told,
really good though. I didn't know
is it?
anything. I hadn't heard anything about it. It was in California.
You're talking about Mortician, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe you're talking about the vow.
No.
Yeah, I told his dad.
Oh, did
Todd
you?
was like, don't tell Daddy. He's gonna punish me. I said, no, he's not, Todd, because we took care of it. So he
Yeah.
has no reason to punish you if we've already taken care of it.
Right.
So we told Daniel, and Daniel just started cracking up, and he says, Dad has parental controls now, right? I said, Yep. We thought they were all set up, but we may have not set it up because my mother-in-law was in there last, and
Oh.
we may have just left it for her in case she wanted to order something.
Hmm.
What in the world is going on? This canvas, I have had some weird trash stuff. I don't know about you.
I've had mostly long pieces of plastic. Flat pieces of plastic.
So,
Is that what you're experiencing?
no, no. These, they all have tips. They have these microscopic, not microscopic, but they're teeny tiny little circles, like
Oh,
kind of like crumbs at the bottom of a cereal when you're done eating the cereal.
no, I haven't hit that yet.
So, Patty, did you put your rose away for the day? She's working on Rainbow Rose from Dreamer Design
Oh,
for the
how's that
floral
going?
event. Hello, Trisha. How are you? I still haven't gotten that rainbow wolf yet, our traveling canvas.
Hi, Trisha. How are you?
Jeannie, are you participating in our traveling canvas?
No, when you were talking
Okay.
about it, I was in the middle of um selling a home and I wasn't paying attention.
Well, Trisha had it. She was the first to get it. And man, she doesn't mess around. She
Yeah,
got her two or three squares done and sent it right back out.
awesome.
And I was like, "Oh, you're done already?" And she's like, "Yeah." She says it was fun. I said, "Good. I'm glad." So, yeah, so it's going to go to Connecticut next.
Oh, cool.
There's two people in Connecticut that are going to work on it. So,
Oh, that's neat. Do they live near each other?
I saw that, Trisha. Trisha, my canvas is in West Palm Beach. Don't ask me why. It seems like it's going out of the way to get here because you're in Louisiana, right, Trisha? She might not be in Louisiana. I might be thinking of somebody else, but I think she's in Louisiana. So I don't know why the canvas went down the Palm Beach unless it wanted to go to the Key West and then changed its mind. I don't know. Like, hey,
Diamond paintings have a mind of their own.
I tell you, I sent Patty a card
Yeah.
February 12th. It was when I was sending people cards. So I sent hers out February 12th, and it was supposed to take 3 days. I kept asking Patty, "Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it?" She's like,
Mhm.
"No, I'll tell you when I get it." And it's like 2 weeks later, I said, "Patty, did you finally get that card?" She's like, "No, I haven't gotten it yet." I said, "What in tarnations is going on?" So I went to the post office. It was probably 3 weeks in. Went to the post office with my receipt and said,
Mhm.
um, "My sister still hasn't gotten her package. So what do I need to do?" She looked it up. She told me that it wasn't quite a month and I needed to wait for it to actually be a month before I could file a claim. But
Really?
when she looked it up, she said, for some reason, this package, because there was a bump in it, so it couldn't be classified as a first class card. It had to
Right.
go as a package.
Mhm.
And now I know I tape my drill whenever I send people drills in a baggie. I tape the baggies down inside the card so that they don't move and they don't become a bump.
Mhm.
And it was hanging out in Memphis.
Mm.
Yeah, it just hung out there we think it was on vacation, I don't know. It stood there, what, Patty, for like 3 weeks? It stayed in Memphis.
Oh my gosh.
Patty got it at the end of March.
Wow.
I
That's
was
a
like,
long time.
geez. I'm like, Patty, I could have brought it to you in May when we came to see you.
Yeah, no kidding.
I could have waited another month and I would have hand carried it. But yeah, it took over a month, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah. So Trisha lives in Louisiana, and that canvas went to West Palm Beach.
Wow.
Yeah,
It wants to come back to you. Maybe it's trying to come back.
maybe it's trying to find the zebra and it got lost. How about that zebra, guys? I mean, come on. Everybody in the world is spotting it, but nobody can catch the thing.
I know, it's crazy.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I'm like, there he is. He's in Murfreesboro now. No, now he's in Nashville. Then he's in Murfreesboro. And my gosh, everybody knows where he is, and now everybody's having fun with him. They put a
Yeah.
football uniform on him. They put him in front of the I think it was a zoo, mocking the zoo. Oh, it was funny, the things they're doing with the zebra. And I've seen posts that his name is Ed. And then tonight, the news gave him another name. I think it was Jasper, is what the zebra's name is now.
Oh.
But okay, oh, my cover minder moved. So yeah, I think it's hilarious that everybody can find them, but nobody
Mhm.
can catch him. So
I
he's
hope he'll
just
be
having a
okay.
good time, that zebra. He's having a good old time.
Yeah, for sure. I
He
hope he
was like,
continues to be okay and nothing happens to him.
yeah, well, everybody knows about him now, so
Yeah.
I think people are going to want to catch him and put him on their social media. Look who I found.
Captured
Right.
America's most wanted zebra.
Yeah. But I really want them to catch that man that killed those three little babies.
Mm.
Those three little girls.
Yes, out in Washington.
Oh my gosh, they need to fry that guy.
My friend lives in the town that happened in.
That is so sad.
And yeah, it's sad on many levels, and it really reinforces the need for mental health care. We have got to do something in this country. We absolutely have to make this a priority instead of ignoring it.
Oh, I agree. I agree. Today on the news, they also, in our local area, well, in the next county over, a 76-year-old woman hit her husband, I think, with a hammer, and she's got dementia. And the
Mhm.
police arrested her, and she is now in jail with a $2,500 bond. And I'm
Wow.
like, she shouldn't be at home. She should be in a home.
Wow.
And Florida doesn't cover dementia. There's no, like you're saying, there's no special.
Mm-mm.
So she's gonna be tried, I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
But they
Did the
have,
husband die?
no, no. She thought he was a stranger.
Oh my gosh.
So I told my husband, she's going to be sitting in prison or jail,
Oh my
eating a
God.
meal, and it's going to take the fork or the spoon and hit somebody with it, thinking everybody's strangers around her, because they really are strangers.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's just, I was
We
like,
just
no.
don't. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Mental health care in this country has got to improve. We are doing a disservice where, I mean, when things like this happen, like those three girls, everybody stands around and goes, "Oh no," but that man needed help.
Oh, yeah.
And he hasn't received it. And that's what happens when we ignore the problem. We shove it under the floorboard it's still there and it's still squeaking. We got to fix it.
Yep.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I haven't heard. Has there been any updates about where has he been seen at all? I haven't heard anything.
No. As far as I know, they just posted a GoFundMe for the mom and the
Yeah.
girls. Well, the mom. Um, but and they're still looking for him.
Mm-hmm.
My husband thinks they're gonna find him dead somewhere because he killed himself.
Yeah, I would concur. That's probably more than likely. Yeah, it's a tragedy in this country of mental health, and
It really is.
it, everybody. You don't know how close. I'm deeply involved in mental health, and you never know how close you are every day to a traumatic brain injury. If you have a bad fall, if you have a car wreck, and people they take that so lightly. I mean, even a stroke, you can have brain injury from a stroke that propels many other things forward in your life. And until people have that touch their lives or they experience it, it really is this taboo topic. It really is this thing of not understanding, and we're all just a heartbeat away from an injury that will forever change who you are. Your brain, it needs protected like a like the finite resource that it is. And when things go in a bad direction, you really find out how very fortunate you are to have either not been born with a problem or contracted a problem, had an issue. Um, the
It's true.
resources that we look at in this country, we just really, it's heartbreaking. It's gotten better since the 80s to some degree, but it's still not where it's at. I had a friend a couple of years ago, his dad had a stroke, and they didn't go over anything of the protocol of brain injury. And,
Oh my.
that blew me away because I was like prepared that he was, now going to understand about the brain being deprived of oxygen and what that can mean. And because his dad was definitely suffering issues after that stroke and not being able to recognize people. And, it wasn't even really talked about. They didn't even come in the room and, they just were like, well, he had a stroke, but they don't explain what that means. And unless you're living in that world every day, you don't know what that means,
Right. Well, my
and
mother had 3 strokes, and they never really
mm,
explained to us other than it happens in the brain, you
mhm.
know. And
And
yeah,
there's damage that occurs, and sometimes they can recover some of it and sometimes they can't. And in his dad's case, he could not. It rapidly went downhill, but he really struggled himself because he was like, I don't understand. I always thought that a stroke was something that you have and you bounce back from. And I just
yeah,
was, I'm blown away every time something like that happens, because it's like people need
yeah,
to be informed about what's actually happening, that the injury that's happening here. And he kind of felt like the doctors walked in and kind of told him that he had a stroke, like somebody would say, well, they've got the flu. Like
yeah,
there's no real concept for understanding what a stroke is until you really start to break it down. It's much more complex than the very simple word of, oh, they had a stroke. So
yeah,
yeah, my heart goes out to everybody in that situation. There's just no It's a horrible situation. And you just think something like that. Can we
My
make this a mandate now where we start paying attention to this? I mean, how many times does something like this have to happen?
yeah, my good friend, she's in a wheelchair. She can move, she can walk, but she's got really, really, really bad knees, and she retains a lot of water. So bad that like once every year she goes literally in the hospital and they drain water off of her. And she can have, last time she went in, she had 92 pounds of water removed from her body.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and she's on a water pill. But her husband, who is the backbone of the family, he had a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had this stroke in October,
Mm-hmm.
and the stroke took 90% of his eyesight
Mm-hmm.
in one eye, and the other eye is blurry. He can see, but things are blurry, so he'll never drive again.
Nope.
And he has gained the ability to walk again. He can walk, but he kind of drags one foot, but he can
Mm-hmm.
walk.
Mm-hmm.
And his arm, he doesn't, it kind of just, he can move his arm and do things, but it's, you never see the arm like down.
Mm-hmm.
But they're doing fine, but you know, again, doctors really didn't explain
Mm-mm.
what had happened. They just, put him in
Mm-hmm.
a assisted living center and said you need therapy and you may never get your vision back and you may not even walk again. But
Mm-hmm.
he is walking and, he's functioning. He's
It's good.
yeah.
But his life's forever changed. I mean, it's still,
Yes.
it's not the life that they were expecting to have right now.
Right. Exactly. They
And
were not.
wow,
As
that's incredible about that water removal.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. And when you see her, you just think, "Oh, she's heavy." No,
Uh-huh.
and then when she tells people, "Oh, no, it's water," they're like, "Yeah, okay." And it really is. It's water.
Does she have lymphedema?
I don't know what that word is.
Lymphedema, a lot of times it will be an accumulation of fluid, and it, like if her legs kind of look tree trunkish, like
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
they've lost shape of like, yeah, then, wow, and she should be receiving care for lymphedema. I mean, that's, if she had somebody that was saying, oh, we need to treat this because she can do leg wraps and stuff so that she's not getting
Oh,
that
she does
amount.
do that.
She does do
She
compression.
does. Yeah, she does do that.
Good, because that's a lot. I mean, and the pain of that's intense to have that much
Oh,
fluid.
yeah. Yeah. So Patty says her husband has that. Your Jean retains water, Patty, in the legs?
Mm.
Okay. What am I looking for here? Okay.
Hi, diamonds around the world. Welcome.
Hello. We're doing the Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa smile.
We hope.
We hope we can see her smile.
Right. We hope. So I last night Jeannie and I were talking about our stash and FOMO, fear of missing out.
Mm-hmm.
And That's very real.
Mm-hmm.
That is very real. Okay, Patty says yes, his lower legs are like sometimes bigger than normal.
Mm-hmm. And is he getting a lot of care? Like, is he receiving a
Oh,
lot of attention from doctors for that?
no, he's male. No offense to anybody.
Well, usually men get the best attention at doctors.
If you have to go though.
We're the ones that they're I can tell you that every time I've ever been in with a man and they're going to have a procedure, they're offered, are you going to need something to help you? Do you need a pain med? Do you whatever? And we're told it'll be a pinch. It'll be all right. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
That's because we spit babies out.
Well,
I
my
mean, I
favorite is
I gave
when,
birth to 2 kids just like this. No drugs at all. So,
and that's the thing. That's what they do. Or my favorite, if a medication is going to cause weight gain, like we're told, yeah, you're probably going to gain some weight, 10, 20 pounds. But for men, I kid you not, I have heard doctors go, well, normally for your condition, we would prescribe XYZ, but that puts on a few extra pounds. And if that's worrying, we can try something else. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Because um, there's never an alternative for women. It's just like, well, you got to deal with it,
suck
Sorry.
it up, Buttercup.
That's right. No, he uses compression socks. Oh, and that's good. That's really good that he is using compression socks because they will help with lymphedema. But there are some other things he can be doing. One of the best things that you can do for your lymphatic system, and I speak about this because I have lipedema, which is not lymphedema, but it is similar in the way that I have a sludgy lymphatic system, just like people with lymphedema do. And
Are you a nurse?
I'm not, I'm not, but I am a caregiver for someone.
Okay.
And but one of the best exercises you can do for your lymphatic system is if you can get they call it a rebounder, but it's actually just a little trampoline, those indoor little trampolines, um,
Huh.
that motion, you just, you don't have to be fast. You don't have to jump to the ceiling. If you can just do that motion, that forces the lymphatic system to actually start functioning and working. And it is the best exercise that you can do for your lymphatic system. So if he could tolerate something like that, like I have a rebounder and it has a poles that I can hold on to in case I feel unsteady.
Okay.
But you can get something like that. If he can tolerate any type of dry brushing, incorporating that, it's literally like a really stiff brush, and you travel the path of the lymphatic system, and you can find all kinds of information on dry brushing online that also will help force the lymphatic system to work, and that's a cheaper method. Like a lymphatic dry brush is like $9.
Does he do that, Patty? Would he do that? Hello, Mindy. How are you?
Hi, Mindy.
He's always on his feet working on the homestead and working. Yeah, he's a very busy guy.
And
He really is.
but that contributes to the swelling. I mean, it's not the fact that he's not moving. It's not I
Right.
wouldn't say he's lazy at all. I mean, that's
No,
not,
he's
it's
far
the two
from
don't
that.
equate. You don't have to, but his lymphatic system is just sludgy. It needs some help. And you've got to
Patty says
kind of
no.
push it. Yeah. Look up some lymphatic massage. I mean, it's real simple. There's little things you can do. It's your lymphatic system. You can set and massage it to get it going.
Watch this.
And he will
Hey,
notice
hey,
those things.
watch this. Hey, Patty, you could massage his feet for him, his legs. I already know what she's going to come back with.
Um,
Mindy's good. Good, Mindy. Did you finish your evening stroll canvas? Mindy is my niece.
oh,
Oh,
we got the.
she's gonna look up what you said,
Oh,
Jeannie.
good. I appreciate that. Yeah, it'll really help him. Look up dry brushing, look up lymphatic massage. It's really simple. It's barely any touch at all because the lymphatic system is not far under your skin.
She
So
said
it's
I
just
was
really
right.
simple.
She said, "You're right, not."
No, but he can do it himself. It's just, very simple. Once he gets where everything is, he can take care of it himself, but it will help. It really, really will.
Yeah, I think you should at least show him how to do it, Patty.
Yeah, but the dry brush really feels, not only does it feel good, but it just gets that whole system moving. And anything, because I'll tell you, lymphedema, if you don't try to help that lymphatic system, it just gets more clogged and clogged. And,
And you don't
you
want
know,
that. You don't want
mm-mm,
that. You can get,
you don't.
if I'm right, if I'm speaking correctly, you can get clots, can't you? If you don't
Well, well, yeah,
clear
and
that.
on top of that, your skin can only stretch so much. So a lot of times people that have
Oh,
lymphedema and they
yeah.
start to have problems,
Yeah.
they start to have skin sores. And you
Yes.
don't want that at all because wound care, ugh, it's hard. Once your skin, the older we get, it's harder for our skin to heal.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Hello,
I'm
Izzy
glad.
Pop. Huh?
Oh, I was talking to Patty. She said she'll look into it.
Yeah, I'm glad. I hopefully she'll be able to do it and help him because he'll feel better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, lymphedema is hard, and it's so contrary. You think, well, I'm moving around, but it's not about that. It's just the system. And nobody ever told us about our lymphatic system.
Yeah.
Wasn't a conversation.
So Patty has a crushed disc in your back.
Mm,
All right. Patty says the last time he was in the hospital for an infraction in the blood.
infection in the blood.
Yeah, I think that's what she meant.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
to get that lymphatic system moving.
And Patty's got a rough back. They want to do shots. They sent her with a back brace and she said that's helping. But
Yeah.
she's got some issues in her back.
Make sure
So
you're sitting really comfortably when you diamond paint.
about that slip disc, that's what she has.
Mm,
But she said the back brace is really helping.
that's good.
Yeah. So Izzy, what are you up to tonight? We're just diamond painting away.
Yeah, but fear of missing out is a real thing, and it's in our lives in various degrees. I think it is really heavy in the diamond painting world.
Oh yeah.
When in this community, there's constantly. It's not like we only have 5 diamond paintings that come out a month.
Oh, I
You know,
know.
it's a constant influx of new products,
Well, that's why
and
they do that.
mm-hmm,
If they just left all their paintings on like a regular storefront and you just scroll through
mm-hmm.
what they have, uh, people wouldn't, I don't think people would be jumping like they are.
And it can become a frenzy and trying to stay up in it and
Get it
more,
before it runs out.
Yeah. And Nancy and I were talking about, as creators, we're put in a position of, while personally we do like to, I like to get new canvases too. I'm human,
Right. Like the
but
one you just unboxed today on your
mhm,
channel. I commented.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
it's
is
like,
super cute.
and that's the thing too, is like, um, if people are never going to watch me and see me do unboxings every day. Um, I've, I'm not, financially, I don't want to do that. And also, even if they were free, I would still not feel comfortable for that for me, not to knock anybody else that wants to do that, but I don't, for me, I like the process of opening a canvas and being able to work on it and talk with other people that are working on it. And I do want people to enjoy their canvases. I know I can't control what people think or do about stuff, but this
Right,
was supposed to be a hobby that is helpful for your mental health. And it
right.
doesn't become helpful anymore if all it is about consumption. Oh, I've got to get the next one. Oh, I got to get this one. Oh, we're not enjoying it anymore. We're just hoarding. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, I can see that. Yep.
so um, I will never be the channel that, can do that. And yes, I do share what I buy and lots of different things. I mean, it and that's the thing. Diamond painting, it's prevalent. It's prevalent in craft supplies. There's always something coming out for crafters. You need this new tool and you need this new thing. But we also have to use what we've got. We have to remember we fell in love with that thing 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Um,
And you don't want to
so
let your canvases get too old either, because I can't imagine that the drill, the glue would be good.
I
I mean,
agree. And if there's a problem, you're going to get a different dye lot of everything. You're going to,
that's you've heard me say that, I'm sure, in my videos. That's
yeah.
why I go through when I get them and make sure all the diamonds are there, because really, what good is the warranty if 3 years later you finally get to it and you're a whole jug short of diamonds and you let them know? Sure, they're going to send you what
Hmm.
their dye lot is at that moment. And when you get it, it's probably going to be a shade or two off.
And not just dye lot. Think about they're always changing the grids. They're tightening
And their
them. They're doing
sizes,
things. They're changing the sizes of the drill. So you may not even get something that matches just right. And
right,
you've already spent that money,
right.
so
Yeah, so I
um,
don't, that's why I don't worry too much about the warranty after I've
mhm.
already did the inventory, because am I really a year from now going to say, hey, my drills are popping. What can you do about it? And they go, well, we can send you a new canvas. Well, no, you can't, because you don't have it in stock anymore. So now I'm going to get something that I don't even like. So,
Exactly.
all right, let's see what we got. Hello, Mimi.
Hi.
Welcome. Are you new to the diamond painting community? I don't think I've seen you. Put your channel name in there. Izzy Pop, put your channel name in there so that people know how to find you. We're in this together, you know.
That's
We
right.
don't support each other. What good are we to each other? And while my grandson's here, I haven't been able to watch like I normally do. I try to
Hmm.
comment on every video I watch. That also
Yeah.
tells me that I've seen the video,
Hmm.
but I also, at a minimum, make sure I like every video I've seen if I don't get to
Right.
comment. So,
It's my understanding that
oh,
the
you're on
likes count more
TikTok?
than the comments in the algorithm.
Mm.
Oh, TikTok. Okay.
I don't use TikTok. My husband's military, works with the military, so it's like a big no-no in the military community to have TikTok.
Hi, Pamela.
Hi, Pamela. How are you?
What's everybody doing this fine Friday?
I can't believe Todd, my grandson, has not popped in here.
He's finding your last ding dong.
He's finding my what?
Your last ding dong treat.
He's
The one you've hidden.
oh, the devil dog?
The devil
Yeah.
dog.
Well, my husband put a box on top of the counter, the cabinet, so he can't get it. But
That's what you
he,
You
we
just
have
think you
no
could order a
orange.
movie either.
We have no oranges left, no bananas left.
Oh, he ate
And
all the oranges? That's good.
yeah, they're all gone. I bought a
And the
5-pound
bananas he
bag.
hates.
Yeah, right. But he ate all my bananas. And oh, that kid. And then I made him Jello. He wanted me when we went shopping when he first got here. He bought his yogurt. He loves yogurt. He's got the cleanest intestines than anybody I know.
Oh, that's
Um,
good.
so we bought the yogurt, and then on the way from the yogurt, they have those refrigerated Jellos. So
Mm-hmm.
he wanted me to buy this pack of 4, and it was like $3.49 for 4
Mm.
pre-made Jellos. I said, "No, I'll make it myself, Todd." He goes, "You can't make Jello." I said, "Yes, I can." So I bought him some packets of Jello, and I made them, and there's like 12 cups in there now. I put him in little snack cups. So all he has to do is pull the little cup out and take the cover off and put his sprinkles in there. He puts sprinkles on everything.
What
And
kind of sprinkles? Like candy sprinkles?
rainbow,
Oh,
which
okay.
actually I'm out. He just finished the last of it this morning, and he told
Oh,
me
okay.
earlier. He's like, "Grandma, we're out of sprinkles." I'm like, okay, okay. So he doesn't know we're not really out of sprinkles because Michael's had some blue sprinkles on clearance for $1.
Oh,
So
wow.
sprinkles, they're fake food anyway, so they'll never go bad. So
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't know I have blue sprinkles now. So
But will that be okay?
yeah, yeah. Oh, he
So
loves
it's hard.
blue.
So just as
He
long as there's
loves
sprinkles.
blue. Huh?
Okay.
Blue is his favorite color. So
Okay.
he will be. See, when he was asking everybody what their favorite colors were, he was telling
Yeah.
us that we were wrong. Because Grandpa, his dad said, "Well, I like blue," and he goes, "No, you can't like blue because that's my favorite color."
Oh, okay.
Huh? So I said, "Well, then what's my favorite color, Todd?" And he says, "Yours is red, Grandma. Elmo." I said, "Okay, you got me. I'll take it." And then my husband's, his favorite color, Todd said, was yellow, which my husband's okay with that too. But it was kind of funny. And he said his mom's favorite color was pink.
Hmm.
So,
So one
he
person per color.
he designates the color to the person.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, so he's been eating blue jello. That's what he wanted, was the blue jello. He ate 2 of them today.
Oh,
And he
wow.
had 2 popsicles. He had a popsicle at the library because they had foam day where the kids got to play in foam, like
Oh,
bubbles.
wow.
So we signed him up for summer reading, and he got to play in the foam, and he was super happy about that. And had a popsicle there too. Had a sandwich with cheese and salami and pepperoni and a pickle and chips.
Dang. He's cleaning up at your
Oh
house.
my, I'm almost out of food, I think. He had 2 hot dogs for dinner, mac and cheese, a salad. He only ate 1 piece of broccoli because he had the salad. So I told him, you either have the salad or you eat the broccoli. And he said, I want the salad. So we had ranch dressing, and he poured it on there, and there wasn't a whole lot in there, but he put all of what was left in the salad dressing. I mean, in the
He just
salad.
goes for it. He lives
And I
like
said, my husband and I were like, have a little bit of lettuce with your ranch.
he
He
lives
said, this
like
is a really good
boy.
salad, Grandma. I said,
I
is it?
bet.
Or is it really good ranch? Oh, goodness. I wonder if the body can detect there's food in all that ranch.
He's gonna go home and be like, you know, salads just taste better at Grandma's. Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. So I called my son and I said, you're going to have to send child support money up here because I'm going to need food. He says, no, you're giving me a break. Food will actually last about 2 days in my house without Todd here.
Your sister said she can't remember what she's supposed to remind you about.
Well, what good is that? I don't remember, Patty. It's your fault. I told you if you didn't remind me, it would be your fault.
I love it. She said, I was supposed to remind you of something. I forgot what it was.
Oh my goodness, my goodness.
The
What was it?
reminder has to do the remembering.
Right. Well, usually if I tell someone to remind me about something,
Yeah,
I remember it because I verbally said it and I can
yeah,
remember I said it. That's like writing a list. If I
yeah.
don't remember the list, I can remember what's on the list. Anybody else do that? Anybody else write a list for other people to find? I
For other
do.
people to find.
Yeah. All right. What color am I doing next? All right. I'm going to try something and see if you guys can hear me.
Yeah. Look. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's not Mona Lisa's smile anymore. It's Mona Lisa's hand. I'm telling you, it concerned about her kidneys in this photo. There's a reason it was a Joanne exclusive. Yeah, it's not there. Did you really? Oh, hmm. That's interesting. Can you hear me, guys? With my horrible, I've still got a cold, congestion. One day it will return to normal. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's why you, yes, I was about to say that's what you gotta do. Mhm. You haven't lived until you've made those errors. Are you even a diamond painter? But yeah, as far as oh, I thought somebody was typing in there. It's you. Can you hear us? Can you hear me? Oh,
Two faces. Yeah, the setting on my Stream Deck says two faces, and that's, whoop, now my camera's in my face because I was trying to get a close up. Yeah, nobody's responding, so maybe they can hear us now. Can you hear me now?
maybe we've lulled everybody to sleep.
Okay, questions. You guys got to ask us a question. How many diamond paintings do you have in your stash? And does FOMO, does FOMO get
my
to you?
She's gonna ask about FEMA.
Do you like FEMA? Uh,
Oh
are you
goodness.
affected by FOMO?
You know, because I do knowing that it is a hobby
Oh, they can
that's
all hear us now. Trisha said, yeah, they can't hear
okay.
us on the other
That's
screens.
interesting that it cuts out with the different. It's something
It's
with
yeah, it's got to do with the setting for
mhm,
each window of the Stream Deck. So,
it's
and
interesting.
yeah, so we'll just stick with this window. So are you guys affected by FOMO? Especially since Amazon has come out with inexpensive small canvases that are all freaking adorable.
They really are. But you
And
know,
that,
I'd rather people spend if they're going to spend money. I hate to see when people they buy a lot of canvases and they complete a few and you know they're super cheap. You know, they're getting ones that are super budget friendly and but they're still devastated when they complete it. Like I just saw somebody in a group, they did one and it was supposed to be the Golden Girls. And
oh, a lot of faces.
yeah, and it was really tiny, but they didn't know that, you know, it needed to be bigger. And they were just so distraught because it still took a lot of time for them to finish it.
Mm,
And it's like, you know, when it comes to things like that,
that's
that's
disappointing.
I would rather people spend, you know, she probably spent, I don't know, maybe $5 on that one. And, you
Your
know,
time.
if you're going to spend 14 on something that's much nicer, um, and more rewarding, to me, that makes a lot of sense, you know?
Right.
Um, and then there's people, the complete opposite end, that they do not care if it turns out. They don't care if the picture's fine. They're just here for putting down dots.
Right. And
And,
like we said earlier, it's good for mental health. So it may not,
mhm,
it's just something that causes you to focus and not think about um, some things, if that's what it takes to get your mind to relax.
mhm. But it
That's why
should,
my
but
son says he does it. He does it to not think about things that he
yeah,
can't change. Why dwell on the thinking on it? If
yeah,
there's nothing you can do to change it, it's just going to make him sick.
that's right.
So that's why he diamond paints. So
But I hate
yeah,
to see people go down the pathway of trying to keep up with creators they see and, you know, oh, I got to get that one. I got to get that one. I got to get that one because that is a scary slope. when I do see people that they're ignoring some things in their own life, whether it's a bill, whether it's things that they need to take care of. That want monster is inside of us, and it's wanting, it's
Yeah.
there. And it's a real thing. And it does concern me, though, because as a hobby that is very centric to self-care and mental health, I do worry that sometimes people are thinking, oh, I gotta have all those too. And there's always going to be some great ones coming out. That's the
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Yeah.
It's, I don't see diamond painting going away anytime soon. We don't have to rush.
Right. I told my husband I need to delete the app. Need to get that app off my phone. The Diamond Art Club app.
Yeah.
Trisha says FOMO is real.
Mm-hmm.
This year I made a promise to myself to not overconsume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Good for
easy.
you.
Like Jeannie says, it's easy to just, oh, well, this is a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
And you pick them up. And I was not going to overconsume either. But when Joann's went out of business, I kind of panicked because
Mm-hmm.
I thought, well, where am I going to get diamond paintings? Our Walmart don't sell them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
um,
And Joann's was that's what I liked to highlight about Joann, is because they would frequently have 30% off the prices, and you could double up a coupon
yeah. And
and
if
get
you
free
wait
shipping.
patiently enough, you'll get a 60% off coupon, which is how I got most of my canvases from them.
Exactly.
I would wait for that 60%, go in
Mm-hmm.
there, pick it up. I mean, I have a lot, but I can proudly say I did not pay nearly to what people,
Me
what they
too. And that's the thing.
originally
And I
came
try to
out.
say, when you can stack those, that was what was so good about Joann. I mean, 30% off retail. Go in and stack
Hmm.
your coupons, because most places don't let you stack anything, but Joann
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
And
yeah, they did.
and Michael's will occasionally. It's not all the time,
Yeah,
but they do too. And that's when I try to tell people, just save it up a little bit, but it is a very real thing. It is.
yeah,
Yes, diamonds around the world. I always make sure my bills are paid. And if I
yep.
see something and I don't have the extra money, I put it on my wish list and then just wait till I can get them. Yes, and
And
not
that's the
enough.
responsible thing to do.
That's what we've got to do. And
Hmm.
that's what Nancy and I were talking about last night. We want to encourage that in the community, to say, you got to take care of yourself and your family, y'all. And I know people go, well, there's D-stash groups. Well, you might have the
They'll
thing that nobody
always,
wants.
there'll
I mean,
always be D-stash groups too.
but you might have trouble unloading that thing. You don't know. Um, and sometimes uh, it may not sell in the time frame you need it. So while that's there, it is better to hold off than to use that as a net.
Yep.
So that's good. I mean,
I wanted a mystery canvas for a long time because I'd done the Randal Spangler mystery.
mm-hmm,
And when Diamond Art Club came out with those mystery ones, I guess about 2 months ago, I told my husband, I don't want a huge painting. I don't need another really big one. That's going to
mm-hmm,
take me 2 months to complete.
mm-hmm.
Um, so I looked at the sizes of those mystery canvases and I bought that small one. I was like, this one's small. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but I wanted to grab it because they don't always have small mysteries. And I've
They
seen the
don't.
mystery ones from like Temu and AliExpress, and you can see the image.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see the
You want the
image.
mystery,
I
complete
wanted the
mystery.
mystery. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I see, like, I think I've seen the image already to this one, but I'm going to forget by the time
Mm-hmm.
I do it. I love the color palette, so it was right up my alley. I didn't have to worry about it being all dark. It was pretty. So Do you guys like mystery canvases?
I'm doing my first one in August.
From Diamond Art Club?
From Dreamers.
Oh, which one was it?
Well, that's the thing. I got a Hannah Lynn. So
A Hannah Lynn mystery?
I knew what the artist is. Like, I don't like full mystery. Like, I just know I'm gonna get stuck with something. I'm like, oh.
And this is Todd.
Hi, Todd.
Say hello to everybody. We've got a couple of people here, so say hello, Trisha. Hello,
Trissa.
Pamela.
Hello, Pamela.
Diamonds around the world.
Diamonds around the world.
Aunt Patty.
Aunt Patty.
Mindy.
Mindy.
Mimi.
Minnie.
Lorraine. Aunt Lorraine's not on here. So I think he got everybody. Did you get everybody?
No.
No, we're missing somebody.
Miss Lorraine.
Miss Lorraine's not on here yet, but Mindy was.
Where's Mindy?
Oh, look, they're saying hi to you. Hi, Todd.
Hi.
What?
What are you
What?
doing, Todd? What are you doing?
I'm really tired.
Do you need to go to sleep?
No.
It's 7:45.
Yes.
It's not 8:30.
I'm really tired.
Okay, we'll go lay down. It's okay to go to bed early, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
It is okay to go to bed early if you want to.
Really,
We're going to have
You
a
don't have
busy
to
day
earn
tomorrow.
rest.
this is why I'm tired.
You're tired for tomorrow?
Yeah.
We're going to take him to a museum tomorrow in
Ooh,
Pensacola. Yeah.
what kind of museum?
The Navy
Ooh,
Museum.
awesome.
Yep.
How does that work?
I don't know. You'll have to see when we get there tomorrow.
I like this.
Yeah. You
That's
want
gonna
to
be
try one?
fun.
Yeah.
Can I try one?
Yeah. You see the sevens? Look, look, look. See the 7?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to put one on a 7.
How do I can't diamond. Right, see, I love you.
I love you too. Right, no, right here. On a 7. Okay. Put another one.
Come on, Nancy. How many days is it gonna take you?
This is going to take me a lot of days.
3 days?
No, probably more than 3.
4?
No.
I'm surprised you don't have him diamond
Blue
painting yet.
days?
Yeah. I
Nope.
tried. I can't believe he's even doing it. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. That's not a 7.
What was it?
Here's the 7s right up here.
7, 7, 7. How's Milo?
I don't know. You're the one that's in the living room. I'm in here.
Was he in the bed? He was chewing on his bed earlier.
Miss Pamela says you need to get rested up for tomorrow because
Now?
we're gonna do a lot of walking tomorrow.
Have to
Mm-hmm.
get a lot of rest.
Yeah, you have to get a lot of rest so you
Are
can.
you shutting off the TV early?
Huh?
Are you shutting the TV off early?
No.
You just leave it on.
Yep.
Because Nancy, I always leave the volume low when it's nighttime.
Do you?
Yes, it stays low.
Okay.
I guess I'm pretty much tired now.
Okay. All right. Say goodnight to everyone.
Gonna lay down and watch some of your TV.
Okay. Say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, Todd.
I want to watch TV.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
If you're gonna get your night clothes on, make sure you brush your teeth first.
I have to shut down my phone.
Okay.
It's
And
gonna
drink
be
water.
tomorrow.
Drink water. This kid does not like to drink water.
I was drinking it.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you.
Have a nice night.
Okay, you too.
Nancy,
What?
watch this. Ooh.
Okay. Good night, goofball. Okay. He does not like to drink water. I don't know. And
Mm.
we always tell him, you need to drink water to make your bladder happy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you should somehow tie that into whales.
Mm.
Maybe if he thinks about the need for whales to have water, maybe he will appreciate it.
Yeah, oh, and he is the only person I know that can hold his urine like all day. And I know that's not good, but that kid, he will not go to the bathroom at school.
I used to be
He,
like that when I was in school.
when he comes home, he beelines it to the bathroom.
There was just no time. I mean, it was like, it felt like there was no time to get to the bathroom in school.
Well, he's in some special classes and they have a bathroom in the room.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's no excuse. He just doesn't like to go to the bathroom in public.
Yeah.
And when we go to bring Todd back home, when we stop in Tallahassee, we make him go to the bathroom. And I always tell him, if you don't go to the bathroom, you can't ride in grandma's car. And he's like, why? I'm like, because I don't want you having an accident in my car. He says, I'm not. I can wait till we get to your house. I'm like, no, Todd, you are not waiting 3.5 more hours before you go to the bathroom when you've already went 3.5 hours without going to the bathroom. You got to go to the bathroom. So he's always been like that, and it just drives us crazy.
He's going to start getting hydrated like a whale.
I told him, I said, you got to keep drinking, got to keep drinking. Yep. So, and he knows all about the human body. He drew the organs. He was watching, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Kids Learning Tube on YouTube, but he watched a couple of videos and then he was able to draw the entire digestive system, cut it out freehand, glued them all together, and then he had me tape it on his body when he was 4.5, 5 years old. I'll show you. It's in my favorite photos. Yeah, he is something.
He's so cute.
He's so smart too. Oh no, what happened to the picture? Oh, here it is. Okay, let's see. Where's the camera? Right here. That's the digestive system that he cut out and had me tape to him.
Oh, that's awesome. That's good you got a picture of it.
There was a little speck, like a pea-shaped thing, and I thought it was the gallbladder. So I put it up where I thought the gallbladder was because I didn't know. I don't have a gallbladder anymore. So he looks at it and he goes, Grandma, why did you put that there, pointing to the little piece? And I said, that's the gallbladder, isn't it? And he says, no, Grandma, that's the poop. That goes over here. It's like, oh. Oh my gosh.
When he's older, you can do one of those comparison pictures. He can create that again and
yeah.
older version.
And now my other grandson, he's following the same footsteps. He is super smart. Oh, I am very fortunate that I have very smart grandkids. He's 5 years old and he's on a 2nd grade level.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. He can do math in his head at 5. I still need paper and a pen.
Math and I were never friends, so.
My Todd took out a drill. Where did he put this? Oh, here it is. Don't mess with my drills.
Pamela, you were saying that most of your canvases come from Temu, and you won't be buying any more from them for a while. Have you had any issues with getting packages that had tariff charges? Did you get any surprise charges?
I've heard of that happening to somebody. Where's the K? I really need to put these simple letters in alphabetical order.
That would
Here
be
it
too
is.
easy. Too easy.
Yeah, I think Crafty Chef Diamond was telling a story. Her husband ordered her some canvases that she didn't know he ordered, and she had ordered some, but he left his credit card number in to be saved.
Uh-huh.
So she went ahead and ordered canvases, and then her order came, and the UPS guy at the door charged her $85 for a tariff charge at the door, and he wouldn't give
That's
her the
what I've been
package.
hearing.
And I thought, that is craziness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I've heard, that they come to the door and are like, hey, you got a bill due.
It should be paid before you mail it. I mean,
I know. I didn't even know they could do that with tariff charges.
yeah, we haven't had that. I did get a PR package today, and I was wondering, because it came from the UK,
Uh-huh.
was that going to happen to me? But it did not. So
Good.
Pamela says she stopped ordering just before the tariffs, and her favorite canvas size is 40 by 70.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a little longer than the one we're working on and not as wide.
Yeah. It's a good size. That's a good one to.
Yeah.
I know people think, oh, if I get smaller ones, but you've got to really make sure that that image, like, if you do a big eyeball, that'll be fine. But if you're going to do a face,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I can't imagine this Mona Lisa being small.
I know, right?
Uh,
Put it on a 9x9.
yeah. Yeah.
It'd be just the Mona blob.
Yeah.
If you
For
squint, you can tell.
real.
Well, y'all are going to
So
have
I
fun
guess
tomorrow.
nobody's done this Mona Lisa canvas yet. We didn't we heard crickets.
We are the
We are,
pioneers of the Mona Lisa.
I guess. Yep. Until you asked me to do this, I was going to do the Colosseum.
Oh, okay.
I have that one.
For Make Market?
No, Diamond Dots.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Because that one I thought was a little more colorful, but
It is.
but
Come to the dark side, Nancy. If this don't turn out, I'm never going to hear the end of it. She's never going to do a brown one ever again.
yeah, that's what she calls it. Welcome to the Browns.
Welcome to the brown line. It is a really dark one, but it's going to pay off. It's going to be gorgeous.
That's what my husband says. He says you're gonna like it.
It's Da Vinci. You know, I would just love. There's an episode. Did you ever watch Doctor Who?
No, hold on. I'm still here. I was trying to do a voice text and it got everything you said. Ah. Pamela says she hasn't seen the Mona Lisa at Joann's.
Oh,
That's because you bought one and I bought the other one.
yeah. And now they're Michael's.
Now, my husband said to me earlier, he says you should ask your friends if Michael and Joanne got married. And hold on, I have it on my Facebook page. And I read it to him to make sure I had all the verbiage right. Because he was the one that wanted me to put it there. So, and it's on the Pampered with Diamonds Facebook.
Okay.
Okay. So, food for thought. My husband wants to know if Michael and Joanne got married. And did Joanne bring property or money for dowry?
Mm-hmm.
So, because I was like, oh, I guess it's true. I guess Michael's did buy Joanne's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they sure
So,
did.
because now it's
Well,
all over the place.
they
So maybe we'll be able to get canvases again. Not that I need any because I panic bought when Joanne's was going out of business. But
excuse
you
me.
won't only have to order them from Diamond Art Club or Dreamer if you
Yeah,
can get them locally.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I know that they're really interested in bringing out more fabric, more sewing, and
Yeah.
more paper products. And so, like Joanne's line of paper was like one of them was Paper Lane. So I know that they're going to
I
start producing things like that.
hair. I wonder if they're doing that because Party City also closed
Mm-hmm.
with their paper goods.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if that is a little bit to do with it too.
So you haven't watched Doctor Who?
No,
Okay.
nope. And there is somebody on YouTube is doing a Doctor Who collab, and I can't find anything Doctor Who to do to participate because she's a big supporter of my channel. And I kind of feel like I should do something. So I think I'm going to make on a blank canvas,
Mm-hmm.
spell
Mm-hmm.
out Doctor Who for her and make
Mm-hmm.
it and put it on a card or something just so I can participate.
Yeah, that'll work.
So,
Well,
whoops.
there's an episode of Doctor Who where they travel in time and they go to Vincent van Gogh
Oh,
and they bring him forward in time and he's able to see his work in the museums because the thing about him is, nobody cared about his stuff when he created it. They thought he was crazy. He had bipolar disorder. And so they thought he was crazy. Nobody liked him. They didn't like his artwork. He couldn't give his artwork away when he was creating it.
huh.
And so in the Doctor Who, it's my favorite episode of Doctor Who. They bring him forward and they show him his work in the museum and how everybody is just in love with it. And he is just so overwhelmed and he cannot believe it, and I always think about that. And I've thought about that. I love that episode because it really brought to life what I've always wished you could do, with authors or with artists. You could bring them forward and be like, like Mona Lisa. It's everywhere,
Yeah,
Da Vinci had no idea she was going to be on cups and umbrellas and
yeah.
and it's like, um, how amazing.
Starry Night. Look at
Yeah.
Starry Night now.
I mean, and exactly because, um, especially with, Da Vinci was highly revered, but Van Gogh was not. And it just, that episode is amazing. If anybody ever wants to start with Doctor Who,
What's
start
it
with that
called?
episode. I think it is related to Starry Night. Let me get the name of it, but it is fantastic. It's very touching. I always tear up when I see it because it's so
Uh,
sweet.
I don't, you might say, I don't cry.
Uh-huh.
Um, I've been told I'm a cold, you know what, because I just don't
Oh, no,
cry. I
you're
won't
not.
cry unless you die. If somebody
Okay.
dies, then I can cry.
Okay.
And if you're very close to me, I will cry hard.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, so when
You're
people
just
say,
hard to touch that part of yourself.
yeah,
It's more difficult for you.
yeah, I was my son's second wife. Um, we were watching. Oh, it's a movie with oh, he's a comedian. It's not Tom Hanks. Robin
Robin Williams.
Williams. It was Bicentennial Man.
Mm.
I love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies. If you haven't watched Bicentennial Man, you have to set aside 2 hours though, and plenty of popcorn. But it's a very serious movie, but it's a very funny movie. And the ending, Daniela, she always cries really hard. And the first time we watched it together, when we got to that part, I was like, okay, I knew this was going to happen. It was like the third time I seen it. And she's like with the tissues, and I'm like, it was good, wasn't it? She goes, you're not crying. I'm like, no, I knew this was going to happen. I've seen the movie. She's like, you're not even tearing up. I'm like, no, it's a movie. I don't know these people personally.
Well, you need to watch this episode. It's called Vincent and the Doctor.
Oh, okay. I have to write that down. You know how I
And
am.
it's season 5, episode 10.
Okay, Vincent and
the Doctor.
Okay. And that's Doctor Who. Where do I find Doctor Who?
This episode, let's see. Season 5, episode 10. It is available on Hulu.
Okay.
If you have YouTube TV.
Yep, we do.
Amazon Prime.
We have Hulu. We have Amazon Prime. We'll probably watch it on Hulu because Amazon is commercials.
Yeah. But it is my absolute favorite episode of Doctor Who. It's so sweet, and everyone does a fantastic job of how they portray Vincent Van Gogh. It's beautiful. It really is. So, but
there
yeah,
there she goes.
I thought, wow, wouldn't that be something if we could bring everybody back and they get to see the difference they've made and the impact, and
well,
there's so many people that they never made an impact in their time. They never knew who they were. And that would be so special.
When we went to the library today, I saw a parent that I hadn't seen in a while from my time at the library, and her kids. And she recognized me, and she came running up, Miss Nancy, gave me a big hug, and her son came up to give me a hug, and he was taller than me now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, Lincoln. And then Salem came over, and Salem was soaking wet with foam, and I'm like, don't hug me. It's good to see you. Just don't hug me, because he was all wet. But they were like, we miss you so much. And I was like, aw. So that felt
good.
good.
Made a difference in people's lives.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Pamela, the 11th Doctor. I like
What's
him
that?
a lot.
Is that Doctor Who too?
Yeah.
Is that the one that Jeannie's talking about, Pamela?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Diamonds Around the World got it. The episode's called Vincent and the Doctor. Yep. 2010. It is. Isn't it such a good episode, y'all?
You know what that reminded me of? Did you ever see Crocodile Dundee when they bring him to New York?
Yeah. Oh God, that's wow. Well,
That's another good one. That's
blast
not a
from the
knife.
past.
This is a knife. Oh, I
my
love
gosh.
Crocodile Dundee.
That's a whole generation of people that, that Crocodile Dundee movies were they were
Hilarious.
cranking those out but yeah, they were funny, but it was a lot. And
Well,
then you don't hear
I'm from
anything
New
anymore.
York, so that New York one was spot on.
That was yours.
And my favorite movie, I can watch, and anytime somebody new comes to my house, if you ever come to my house and you haven't seen My Cousin Vinny, we got to remedy that right away.
Oh, that's a funny one.
Because that's
a funny movie.
Yeah. I mean, she on the stand is how I was brought up.
Oh yeah.
My kids could not get their license till they changed the flat, changed their oil, checked all the fluids in their car, put gas in their car. So they couldn't even, ask us to get their driver's license till they showed us they could do all those things.
That's a good plan.
You know, in New York, you got to know how to take care of basic stuff, because otherwise you could have some weirdo helping you out on the side of the road, and you'll be in lawn and leaf bags in 3 different pieces, you know.
Never go to the second location. That is the key to staying alive. Never
Yeah.
go to the second location.
Oh, yeah. All right, Lorraine is here. Hello, Lorraine.
Hi.
Oh yeah, I had her boyfriend watch my cousin Vinny. Yep. Yep.
You equal you.
What is that? Oh, Utes. Yes. The Utes. 2 what? 2 what? 2 Utes. I'm wearing this ridiculous thing for you. I love that movie.
I think you've seen that movie a lot.
You think? It's good. It's a good one. It was funny when they first put it on TV and it was made, they say made for TV.
Yeah.
Please. That movie is not for TV. They tried to bleep
sanitize it
out
quite a bit.
They had to bleep out so many words, or they would put freak in there, and I'm just like, really? This is not the same movie. Come on, people. Come on. Ugh. Well, I mean, when you go to the grocery store in New York, you're going to hear colorful words. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You know, definitely not sheltered from vocabulary when you're in New York.
Do you ever go back to visit?
I went back about a year and a half ago with my sister, because my sister, her oldest son had a baby. So we drove up to New York, and oh my gosh, we got to the Lincoln and Holland tunnels. They all go down the 2 lanes from like 4. But if you're not from New York, you don't know they do that till you're at the merge point. We knew that, and we knew which lanes to be in. And my sister Linda, there was this guy she had been keeping her eye on, because he'd been cutting people off.
Oh.
And he was alongside of us, and he's in the lane that's going to disappear in like 200 feet. And he tells us to put the window down. And I'm like, I'm in the passenger seat, she's driving. And Linda goes, put the window down. So I'm like, oh, shoot. I put the window down. And he says to Linda, he points, he goes, I'm going to get in front of you. And Linda's like, F you, you're not. And puts the window. I'm like, oh my gosh, Linda, we're going to get shot. She's like, guns are illegal in New York. I went, yeah, that means only people who don't respect the law have guns.
That's right. That's right.
Now you're going to put him behind us. He's going to follow us.
She's a tough cookie.
Oh my gosh. New York brought the best out of her, let me tell you. I'm like, Linda, what are you doing? You want that kind of person in front of you, not in back of you. We had so much fun though. So much fun. Especially food. Oh my gosh. That was FOMO. When we were in New York, New York food was FOMO. Because we went in the Puerto Rican part of town where we were brought up, and we bought all kinds of food. Took it back to the hotel room, and we just pigged out.
Oh, that's good though.
We enjoyed everything.
Oh,
we got Chinese food, real Chinese food, not like you get here. And then we got rice and beans, Puerto Rican style. And then we had Spanish rice, which is different than rice and beans.
Yeah.
And then she got a roasted chicken. We got pasteles and meat pies. Oh, it was so good.
How long had it been since you'd been there from that point?
From when we pigged out? I haven't been back to New York
When you went back a year and a half ago, how long prior was it?
I'd say about 8 years.
Oh, so you were due some favorite
Oh,
food.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was good. Oh yeah, we had pizza, we had bagels, you better believe it. There's nothing like a New York bagel straight from a bakery. Oh man. And the black and white cookies. Mm, yeah, it was good. And we got a dirty water dog. You know what a dirty water dog is?
Mm-mm,
It's a
mm-mm,
dog off the hot dog trucks on the corner.
mm-hmm.
You know how you have the little hot dog stands?
Yeah.
Does anybody know why they're called dirty water dogs? We'll
I
give them
hope
a
the
minute.
water's
Patty,
not.
you can't say.
I hope the
Or
water's not dirty. It's not dirty water. Oh, I feel like
uh,
you're going to tell me
Je-
something
Je-
that's going to
Jeannie
alter my.
probably Jeannie already said it.
Is it?
Dirty, they're called dirty water dogs because you don't know where they get the water from. They're
No,
not
no, no, no,
connected
no,
to
no.
a water
And you
source.
and you you willingly signed up for
Oh,
that,
they are
right?
delicious. They are delicious. Those dogs are the best. Ah.
Hot dogs are a big part of your family.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you're poor, that's the cheapest thing to eat. And, but
So
yeah.
from now on, guys, when you've got people in your life saying that it's Mercury in retrograde causing all the problems, we have to check in with Nancy and make sure that the hot dogs have been consumed properly.
Don't get them off the wagons on the corner if you're worried about it. I mean, they're still there. They're still doing well. So must not have been a lot of people die from them. So they're
Well, I
still
think
very
when you've
strong,
adjusted your body and
I guess.
your
New
body has
Yorkers are
accepted
used
that
to it,
level of bacteria, it's probably
I guess.
okay.
Well, they say since the COVID, the 5-second rule has gone up to 7 seconds. So, yeah, the best hot dogs are Nathan's. I agree with you, Lorraine. 100%. That's what we eat. That's what we eat here is Nathan's hot dogs. If you got to eat a hot dog, it's got to be a Nathan's. But I don't cook mine in dirty water. Uh,
We know where her water's from.
yeah, I'm not in New York.
Well, I'm
Oh,
glad you've
goodness.
told me about that. At least now I know.
Yeah. And the dirty water dogs are usually sold next to the pretzel stands.
Mm,
So you're going to sit in a lot of traffic when you go to New York, and you're probably going to be near one of those trucks.
hmm
You have enough time to run to that truck, buy yourself 3 pretzels, depending on how many people's in your car. The pretzels are huge.
hmm
And then come back to your car, and you probably only moved an inch.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
I've only been to Saratoga Springs. I
Oh,
haven't been to New York City.
yeah. Well, I won't go by myself because
hmm
if I was driving, I'd still be waiting for someone to let me in. Oh, New York is rough. Driving in New York is rough. Linda did great. She really did great.
So
She
they
didn't
really
get
don't
us.
appreciate I put my blinker on. Are they going to let me in?
You use your blinker in New York, people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's cute." Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah,
need your sister in the car because I'm afraid I would be like, what's
yeah.
wrong? I'm waving at them.
Right. I'm even using hand signals, and
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh, F you too, lady." Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I think they misunderstood me. I was waving.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. That's a good one. It's like, didn't you see my signal on? Yeah, but that don't mean anything. You could have your signal on for like 4 days and not even know it's on. Uh, Oh yeah, Patty, if you get the Nathan's hot dogs when they're on sale, you can get one pack, buy one, get one free. And you can buy them from Walmart. Walmart sells them. Yeah, Nathan's hot dogs are the best. That's what we had tonight.
Well, good. So we know the week ahead, everything will be fine.
Yeah, the earth will spin the right way. And I think he really did go to bed.
He looked tired.
Well, the kid was up at 5 o'clock this morning.
Why?
I don't know. I went in there, took his remote away. That's why he asked me if he could if he can still watch TV. I took his remote away at 5 and said, "It is way too early. You have to go back to bed."
Mm-hmm.
Even I think but when he first got here, we kind of let him slide with that because he's from the eastern time zone of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So, and with last week being school,
Mm-hmm.
he had to catch the bus at 7:20. So
Wow.
he was up at 6 getting ready for school. So, but
Mm-hmm.
now he should be adjusted. So I
Yeah.
told him, if that sun isn't up, you are not up either. Go back to bed.
What
So,
time are y'all heading out to the museum?
well, they open at 10. So, the earlier the better because of traffic.
Does it get a lot of attention? I mean, will there be a lot of people, you think?
It's Saturday, yeah.
Mm.
Saturday is usually a pretty busy day.
Well,
But
that's cool. That'll be fun.
yeah, he won't want to go, but once he's there, he'll be fine. Like he didn't want to go to the library today either.
Mm.
I talked him into going, and he had a great time. He was upset that they shut the foam off. And I'm like, well, they need to go too, you know?
He'll be asking for a foam machine. Keep
Yeah.
the party going when you get home.
There was foam all over the place.
That's a very progressive library. No library I had growing up would have had foam in it.
When I worked at the library I worked at, I had dirt delivered to the library. And when
What'd you do?
Summer reading was dig into reading. That was the theme. So the library was a city-owned library. So I contacted the sanitation department and said, how can I get some dirt delivered to the library? So he hooked me up, and I went and I told the boss, I said, she goes, so what's going to be your big event for summer reading? I says, we're going to have dirt delivered to the library. And she says, where are you putting this dirt? I said, outside at the parking lot on the side of the building in the big grassy field. So we had the dirt delivered, and we told everybody that there was going to be dirt. Make sure you bring your kids dressed appropriately so you're not mad at them for getting the best clothes that they own dirty, because you have to tell people that. And those kids had so much fun. There was one little boy that wouldn't even leave the dirt. His grandmother came to pick him up, and all the other kids are inside doing the craft. And my one of my volunteers was outside with him, still in the dirt. And she says, I don't even remember his name, but she asks where her child is, and I said, he's probably still out in the dirt pile. She says, dirt pile? I said, yeah, because mom dropped him off and grandma picked him up. So she didn't know he was going to be playing in dirt. So she wasn't very happy because he would have to come sit in her car. But she was fine after
Did you
that.
bury anything in the dirt, or just the dirt?
Oh, we had a lot of things buried in the dirt, and that was part of it. They had to dig for things.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
then after everything was found, they could just play in the dirt.
Gotcha.
So they had so much fun. She went out there, and he was covered head to toe with dirt. And she thanked me, though. She said he had a wonderful time. I just don't know how he's getting home because he's not sitting in my car. I'm like,
Child
well,
was strapped to the top of the roof after library event today.
right. So we had dirt, but this was Todd today
Wow.
with the foam. I'm showing a
Yeah, our
picture.
libraries growing up never did anything like that. Mm-mm.
All right, so there's the picture.
Oh, let me see. Oh my gosh.
Yep, that's one. And there's another.
Oh,
He met a
that's
little friend
fun.
there.
That's a lot of fun.
Yep, he
I'm
did.
glad
He
you had
had
a good
fun.
time.
He
Yeah.
did. He had a blast. And then when the lady said she was shutting it down, he was like, no. I'm like, I thought you didn't want to come.
Well, he doesn't like bananas either. He can
Right.
go.
Right. So, yeah, he's a hoot.
He looks so much like you.
He's picked from my son's butt, is what we were told. It's okay. My son was picked from my husband's butt, so I had nothing to do with it. So, but yeah, they had fun. He
That's awesome.
enjoyed. He had sugar. Hey, but I got him to go because I told him, I said, they're probably going to have snacks and you might meet a new friend. He said, okay,
Yeah.
I'll go. So, and we ended up bumping into the other two from the library that I knew. And Mom was like, let's get Todd and Lincoln together while he's here. I said, that sounds like a plan. But Todd's
Yeah.
going to Vacation Bible School next week.
Oh, okay.
So he's going, he has to be there by 8:15 and then I pick him up at 12:15. So
Oh,
I'm
that's early.
actually going to be diamond painting with a uh, local girl here in the area who's also one of my subscribers, and she lives in Fort Walton Beach.
Oh, cool.
So we're going to diamond paint on Tuesday. She's going to come to the house. We're going to have coffee and devil dogs, and till Todd gets out.
You're gonna have devil dogs until Todd gets out. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, she's looking forward to it. She goes, I've been looking for someone to hang out with and do diamond art.
That's
And I said,
cool.
we can't go to the library because the libraries don't open till 10.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Tuesday, the one library doesn't open till 2. So I said, we'll just do it in my backyard and watch the birds and have
Yeah.
coffee. She said, that
That's
sounds great. So that's what we're going to do on Tuesday.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So she's actually the one I bought Halloween bedroom from, a Miss Butter D canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she's really nice.
That's
So
awesome.
she's looking forward to it. So yeah. I
He
am
will get to talk about whales
at Vacation Bible School.
at Vacation Bible School too.
Yeah. He's already registered. So I told my son he's going to Vacation Bible School. And he said, that's good. He goes, you used to have us one in the morning and then one in the evening. I sure did. But the one in the evening, we were volunteering at. It was part of our church.
Uh-huh.
So the one in the morning, I just wanted selfish time, you know?
Gotcha.
So they went to.
That's early to be there. 8 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Oh, not for Todd. He'll be already up. He probably would have already eaten 3 meals. So yeah, he'll be ready. So so who do we have on here still? Lorraine, Patty, Trisha.
She said you and your devil dog.
Well, Todd ate 7 of them, Patty. 7 of them in a day. One day. Those things are $4 a box.
You're going to give your son a bill. This is for the bananas. This is for the envelope.
Yeah.
By the way, he doesn't hate bananas, come to find out.
Hello.
Maybe he thinks they're better because they're yours. You know, sometimes kids,
Yeah.
they don't like something until they're at grandma's house.
Well, I also have my peanut butter crackers up high on the shelving in the dining room. So he can't
You're in
eat
trouble when
those.
this boy figures out scooting over chairs or ladders.
Ugh.
Mhm.
I've got, how do I get these hairs on there? Where's my tweezers?
The joy of shedding.
Oh my gravy, I know. Okay, where's the hair? Where did it go? Okay, there you are. Jeez. Patty deals with so much hair too.
Mm-hmm.
He does love bananas, Lorraine. He told me he did not. So I thought I thought I had a chance. I only bought 3 bananas so that I could have one a day, and they were gone. And I'm like, it's only me and him in the house and Milo don't eat bananas. So I knew it was Todd. And then when I asked him, he said, yeah, I ate it. He goes, can I have the last one? I'm like, but when we were at his house down in Spring Hill, he told me, I don't like bananas, Grandma. I said, okay, you don't have to eat them. So,
You're like, great, bananas for me.
right. And then brought him here. I thought he didn't like bananas because he didn't want to get bananas. But he's been eating all my, and he ate 2 boxes of cereal since he's been here. Raisin Bran. I had a half a box of Raisin Bran in there. He finished it.
Wow.
And my husband's Golden Grahams. He ate the entire box.
I'm surprised he likes Raisin Bran.
Yeah. My grandson, Trisha says my grandson would not eat eggs until I made him special square eggs. Now he loves them. Okay, what are
Oh.
special square? Is that where you put it in the bread and make like a pirate's eye? Patty's grandson makes her pirate eyes.
They've also got those metal forms you can put where you can make eggs
Oh,
shaped, or
yeah,
you can
that's
do
right.
pancakes.
Yeah, mine, of course, the one I bought, everything leaks underneath it. It doesn't lay flat. I would get the deformed one.
That's
And
what I'm
my,
saying. Because he's at your house, he's discovered he's got a different grandma diet.
yeah, you can just eat anything you want. And everything. Yep, Trisha, that's what she meant. The special square eggs is where you cut the middle of the bread out and you crack
Oh,
your
okay.
egg in the middle and it becomes a pirate eye, like a patch.
Oh, I haven't heard that before.
Todd'll eat eggs. He says he don't like them, but he'll eat them.
No shape
Especially
required.
no shape required. Now my mother, Patty and Lorraine will vouch for this. She would not eat the egg if you broke her yolk.
Oh,
You pretty much just throw that egg away or give it to somebody else because she is not going to eat it. And for a poor household, I couldn't believe how picky she was with her eggs.
because she wanted it or it was I mean, what was the reasoning?
She My mother used to eat the egg, the white around the eggs, the yolk, and then put salt on that part and eat the yolk whole.
Oh, okay. So she didn't want it. She didn't want it
She
broken
didn't.
to stream out at all. It had to be one unit.
It had to be one unit, and she came real close to the yolk. She had that down to a science.
Wow.
And
Okay.
but if you were frying her egg and you broke the yolk,
Hmm.
you might as well eat it yourself or trash it because she wasn't
Yeah.
going to eat it.
Interesting.
So
Y'all got some interesting food rules in your family.
I know. When I make eggs, like the last time I made Tom eggs at his mom's, one of the eggs I opened from Patty's chicken, I cracked the egg and the yolk was already broke.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I'm sorry, but I didn't crack the yolk. It was already this way. He's like, it's okay. It's okay. All right. I got to go tuck him in real quick and I will be right back
Okay.
as soon as I finish this row. This is kind of weird what I have done already. You like Raisin Bran, Lorraine? I don't. I don't like raisins. Tom loves Raisin Bran. I'm going to tuck him in.
Eating that, it's nasty. Yeah, I wouldn't have eaten Raisin Bran as a child at all. I always felt like that was, when I was a kid, I was like, that's an old person's food. I don't mind it as an adult, but cereals have gotten so outrageous in the past few years. I tell you what, I don't really purchase any cereals, and I happened to be in an aisle recently and saw cereal prices, and I was like, oh my gosh, I hadn't realized how expensive they had gotten.
He's tucked in.
Even, I was talking about the price of cereal.
He's tucked in.
Oh, that's good.
His bed was he didn't make his bed, so he had the blankets in like a ball. And I'm like, how are you getting underneath these blankets, kiddo? He's like, I was supposed to make my bed? I'm like, yeah. He's been doing that. Today was the first day he didn't. He's usually pretty good about that. Everything else will stay on the floor, but the bed will be made. Okay,
the cereal has gotten so expensive. I don't really buy cereal, but I've seen prices of it.
Oh, and if you want healthy cereal,
yeah,
that sounds like an oxymoron, but if you want healthy cereal, that's even more.
I was shocked. I couldn't believe prices.
Lorraine says Cocoa Puffs. You still eat Cocoa Puffs? Ew. I'd rather have Cocoa Puffs just out of the box without milk. I don't. Yeah, on her hand, like, let me see. There's 3 little T's that are all by itself. Is that a fingernail? Supposed to be a fingernail or something?
Fingernail. Let me see.
At the very bottom.
I'm telling you, that hand is.
It doesn't look horrible. It looks like she's wearing a glove from here.
Oh, poor Da Vinci. Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, hands are hard in the diamond painting world.
So are faces.
Mm-hmm. And the hand is scaring me for the future face. I've gotten quite a bit done though since we've been chatting. Did you get
Well,
the hand done?
no. No. I got this is what I got. I don't know how people can do 24-hour lives without eating and drinking, and
I don't either.
so I will finish the hand before I go to bed, but it kind of looks good like this.
See? There is something odd about the hand.
I can't see what you're seeing, but yeah, now I can.
Okay. See, it's yours too. It's not just mine.
Yeah. My hand's not done yet. Oh, Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch is my favorite cereal.
Oh,
I
I
love
love
Captain
Captain
Crunch.
Crunch. You can't eat too much of it though. It rips up the roof of your mouth.
And your gut.
Yeah. But I mean, sore mouth of Captain Crunch is a real thing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I do wonder. I mean, it looks better in the camera.
Yeah. It might be one of those that you have to look at it from 3 blocks away.
So there's her face, y'all.
And it looks creepy.
I hope that she doesn't look like she has a kidney condition when we're done.
Oh,
And if she is, then I'll be like, well,
I'll
this is
tell
a
you.
testament to drinking water and staying hydrated.
I have to
And
show that
keeping
to
your kidneys
Todd.
fit.
Depending
Yes.
on how she comes out, I'm like, you're going to look like this if you don't drink your water.
Kidney health is a essential priority.
Uh-huh.
She'll be our poster child for hydration.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Trisha says, will her face look like a glove? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh, Lord.
Trisha, go on eBay, buy it, and get it done real quick so we can see. I know they're selling one on eBay.
Oh, Da Vinci. We apologize in advance. Oh, goodness. There's not many colors in the face.
There's,
Hmm.
oh, in the face? I thought there's 25 colors altogether.
It's mostly, what color is P? The letter P, not PP. Okay,
Well, it
so it's
depends on
this.
whose pee.
Again, kidney health. This is going to be the canvas for kidney health. So that's the main color of her face right there. That is the letter P.
Oh, that color looks horrible on camera. Oh, I'm doing P next. So
That's it. There's a lot of P in there, and there's a lot of this
Trisha's cracking up over here.
color.
See, it doesn't look
We're going
that
to turn this
bad.
into a health PSA.
It doesn't look that bad in real life. In real life, this is real life, but on camera.
No, we're on another plane.
I got a piece.
So she's shadowed by 7. Where's 7? Oh.
All right, this is a silent movie for a second, so you can see the color. Okay. That's the color of pee.
Healthy pee.
Pee that has plenty of water. Yeah, Lorraine says it looks horrible. Yeah, we know.
Well, what's funny is all around her face is going to be this shadow color. So, where's my pee? Pee. That. Oh. Well,
Well, you can't get your money back. Joanne's is closed. Yeah, we can finish it, and when Michael's opens up, we
yeah,
can.
trot it into Michael's and be like, hey,
Yeah,
this didn't turn out nice.
right. We would like our $4 back, please.
You get that summer worker in there looking at you like, go back home, old lady, with your
Right,
whatever this is.
right. Here's my card for my YouTube channel. Because you know I have cards. My husband got them for me for my birthday. So I'm the weird one. When we go out, I'll give you my card.
Oh gosh.
Yep. This is my
Oh.
card. That's what my card looks like.
I'm being on a really bad day.
Huh?
She's Lorraine said pee on a really bad day.
Oh, yeah.
Will her face look like a glove? Well, that's going to be our
You'll have to stay tuned.
as we
It'll-
unveil.
That'll
Will her
probably
face
be in.
look like a glove. Stay
Yeah.
tuned.
Yeah. You just have to keep watching. Or go to eBay, buy it real quick, and catch up. And you start at the face and work your way down.
You start
I
at the
do
top.
that. I don't like, I'll start at the bottom and
Yeah.
then I'll be like I'm working on Dreamer Design Patriotic Post right now, and it's a
Yeah.
really pretty
I
canvas.
love that one. That's so cute.
But I want to see the mailbox done. So I
Yeah.
went across and then I'm like going up to the mailbox.
You're just traveling.
Yeah, but I'm staying in the squares. But that one doesn't have perforated paper either, so it's my own shape of square.
You're becoming quite the perforated paper. Pampered.
Yeah.
Pampered, perforated paper.
Something like that.
Oh, I want to read y'all some stuff. I got this for my birthday. It's called Back in 1975.
Oh, was that when you were born?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
I know, it's okay. Math has never been my friend, and it's okay if it's not yours either.
It used to be. Not anymore.
So the movie that came out, the movies that were the top movies were Jaws,
My mother's favorite.
Dog Day Afternoon. I don't know what that is.
Me either.
Shampoo.
I've heard of that. I haven't watched it.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Good movie.
World population at the time was 4.07 billion.
I still can't fathom how
It
many
has
people.
doubled.
I still can't comprehend that.
We're at 8 now.
But who's counting, right?
The
Woo!
U.S. population was 216 million.
Holy smokes. Whoa.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
The U.S. president was Gerald Ford.
Yeah.
Born in 1975 was Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. 50 Cent, Eva Longoria, Caitlin Olsen, and Chelsea Handler.
Isn't Caitlin Olsen a twin?
I think she's a sister of that family, the Olsen family.
Oh, that's right, because they had an older sister. or a younger sister?
What things cost a new house? $42,525.
Close.
New car, 4,250.
Yeah.
A stamp was 13 cents.
Oh, that hasn't changed much.
A movie ticket was $2.03.
Oh, that's hilarious.
A gallon of gas was 57 cents. Look how
Nice.
much more a ticket to the movie was. A movie
I
ticket was
know.
$2.03, yet a gallon of gas was 57 cents.
Yeah, and popcorn was probably $1.
A
Now
dozen
you
eggs was 84 cents.
Wow.
And a gallon of milk was $1.65.
Wow.
Big events. NBC airs the first episode of Saturday Night Live, and George Carlin is the first host.
Oh, he's another hilarious one.
The U.S. carries out Vietnam's Operation Baby Lift, bringing Vietnamese orphans to the United States.
Oh.
Popular music. Fly, Robin, Fly by the Silver Convention.
Fly, Robin, fly.
Fox on the Run by Sweet. Saturday Night Special by Leonard Skinner.
Hmm.
And in the sports, the World Series champions were the Cincinnati Reds. Stanley
What
Cup champions were the Philadelphia Flyers.
what about football?
NBA champions, Golden State Warriors.
Never heard
And
of them.
Super Bowl champions were the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Nah.
Who do you like? The Jets?
No. The
The
Eagles.
Giants?
The Eagles.
The Eagles?
Yeah. Philadelphia Eagles, baby.
So that is back in 1975. I love those little things like that.
75. I was 9 years old. And I don't remember any of that because I didn't really have to. I was 9.
No, that's right. You weren't out there pumping gas.
No. And actually, I still don't pump gas
Uh-huh.
because I'm married. And in the state of Florida, there's an unwritten law that says if you're a married woman in Florida, that you cannot pump your own gas. So my husband was putting gas in my car. I was in the passenger seat. And I at the time I worked for the city, so I knew all the police. So there was an officer on the other side of our pump pumping gas in his car. And my husband says, "How are you doing? Thank you for your service, all that stuff. Be safe." And he says, "You too." And he says, "You're Nancy's husband." And he's like, "Yeah." He says, "Nancy's in the car because she says it's illegal for a married woman to pump her own gas, so I have to do it." And the cop starts laughing, and he goes, "My wife says the same thing, that married women can't pump their own gas."
He should have backed you up. He was like, "Yep, that's ordinance 22AB."
Right,
That's correct.
right, exactly. And in New Jersey, I think, is the only state where it's illegal for you to pump your gas. Still.
Yeah, they have to do it.
Right, Lorraine? I think New Jersey is the only state right now that you literally cannot pump your gas.
Hmm.
Not in New York. I mean, you can honk if you're like handicapped. You can honk and pray they come out in a timely manner to, yeah. Good luck. So after this drill, I have one more color, and then I'll get a good look at this hand. Whoops.
It's already 9:52.
Oh my gosh. Oh, 8:52. You scared me.
For those of you back in back in time,
Well,
I'm in the future.
Patty is right with me. Lorraine is with you. Lorraine's actually in Connecticut. Who else is on? Trisha is in Central with me. Todd is in Eastern, but not right at the moment. Now he's sleeping. Well, maybe
That's
not.
why he's so tired.
Right.
He's still trying to get it right.
Yeah. So now I need that little dot. So here is the color I'm working on now. It's this yellow.
There's only, oh yeah, that's the one that's only a few.
Yeah, this is the last one.
How did you think that was fingernails? That's up like where her knuckles
No, not here. Down below.
Okay.
There's 3 little T's right at the bottom, all by themselves. I don't know if that was a misprint or what, but it blends, so somebody knew what they were doing, I guess. Come on. Come on. Why are you going to act up now? I have 2 more drills to place.
Lorraine wants you to tell Uncle Richie what you say about a female pumping gas.
It doesn't apply. You don't even have a license, Lorraine.
Oh. She's making new rules for you, Lorraine.
In Florida, Uncle Richie, it is illegal for a married woman to pump her own gas. It's an unwritten law, and married men know this law.
She puts it on the back of her card she passes out for a YouTube channel. By the way.
All right. So
Let's see what you got.
I did a Diamond Up Club square. I got 2 squares done.
Awesome. Awesome.
Actually, let me
That's
cut.
funny. You've got that bend in the same place in her face.
That's what Diamond Dots. The only complaint I really have with them, they roll their canvases up wonky. I've never seen anyone roll their canvases up like that. My hand doesn't look. How do you think the hands look?
If you hold it back, it looks great. If you're
it actually looks like she has a brace on it. Like she broke it or something.
Oh, poor Mona Lisa. What have you been through, girl?
Yeah, it's a brace.
Up close.
It's a brace. We have too much fun.
We're giving a whole new history of Mona Lisa in our picture. She had kidney issues. In this picture, she was photographed with a brace on, in fact. So everybody wonders about her smile. It really wasn't a smile. It's more of a grimace. She had kidney problems. We don't know how she injured her hand.
Right. So
yeah, we're creating a whole nother story here.
Can you imagine if we were doing a picture that had nothing negative about it? Would we even talk? Oh, this is beautiful. Well, the Cardinals were really nice. They came out good.
Yeah.
Those were good, but
this will be exciting. We have so much to wonder about with her face, and we're not gonna hightail it up there. We're gonna work up there and
Yep. So when are we going to get together again? On Wednesday? or Tuesday or Thursday?
Yeah, Wednesday should be good. I'm hoping this is going to be pushed out by this weekend because I've got to get my permanent crown on Tuesday.
Oh, are you going to be doped up on Wednesday?
No, there's no doping up for this. It's just pain.
Okay.
No, what I'm worried about is if I can't breathe better than I am right now, I don't want to go because there's no way I'm going to be able to breathe on top of them all in my mouth.
Oh, no, yeah.
So
So
if this isn't more clear, then I'll push it. But yeah, Wednesday should be okay.
so Wednesday,
So do you want 7 or 7:30?
7.
7.
We can do 7. Yeah. All right, guys. Next Wednesday. I don't know why I'm looking that way.
Because that's where we read them.
Yeah, that's where the chats are.
Yeah.
Wednesday coming up at 7 will be continuing the Mona Lisa, but I might do one more square before we
Okay.
meet again. I'm going
Yeah,
to try to catch up to you.
Clean
But
that up. Okay. So you want to
we'll
do?
see, though.
You want to have the whole bottom finished?
Maybe. I'm going to try.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
going to
God.
try.
She said carpal tunnel.
Yeah. What?
Trisha said she's got carpal tunnel.
Yeah, she's got a brace on. That's what I'm saying.
And
Oh my
Lorraine
goodness.
says that Uncle Richie says no on the Nancy law. So that is your law.
Hey, but Tom accepts it, so that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That's right. And if he's not around, I do have to pump my own gas. Like when I go down to pick Todd up or go to Daniel's, I have to stop halfway and touch the gas pump.
Well, that's why you have to know in advance, and you have to let him know, hey, I'm going to be going out. You got to get that topped off.
Oh yeah, he can top it off. My car will make it about just over halfway to Daniel's before it's on fumes. So yeah, I only have an 11-gallon tank, so I can't travel as far. I can do 300 miles on 11
Yeah.
gallons. So, and Daniel's house is just I guess he's about 500 miles, 530. So yeah, I do have to. But once I get to Daniel's, Daniel fills my car up when I'm there.
He respects the law.
That's right. He does. Oh, all right, guys. This has been fun. It's always a lot of fun with you, Jeannie.
No, same back at you, Nancy.
This is a hoot.
And y'all, you've got to stay tuned. You've got to stay with us through Mona. We'll find out if she's.
If I have to do Mona Lisa, you guys have to watch too.
You have to do her.
You have to muddle through with me. You got to be motivation. Me and Jeannie will get it done.
We will. We'll make sure. And hopefully she will not look like Leatherface when we get there.
Or what did you say? Kidney disease or liver disease?
And if she does, then this is a PSA moment. We're really going to run with it.
Yeah. And her chest is light colored, if you look, she's got those diagonal lines, which is that color. So her chest isn't even close to her face. Her chest is a different color. Yes. Her chest is a different color than her face. I need to see that
for my own vision. Wait a minute. What?
Her chest is a different color than her
24? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. So that's her natural boobs right there.
Oh my God. There's just this jaundice. Yes. We're going to turn this into an educational moment. We're going to have Todd lead us in with whales. And we are going to follow up with
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh my goodness. Good night, y'all.
Yeah, it's just going to get worse because it's getting later. And yeah, Oh, that wasn't even on the brightest. There we go. This light board's too easy to change the dimness,
Which
you
one you
know?
got?
This one?
Oh, you got that one.
Yeah, you could just run your hand over it.
They sell a little
I need to get one of those.
lid, or I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I need to get one of those. But watch for my video tomorrow morning.
All
It's
right.
of my PR package that I got today.
Awesome. Well, the
I,
other one was great with the cards and the butterfly.
yeah, that one was really I can't wait to do that one. The one for tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it, but I re-looked over the emails. I do not have to complete it if I don't want to, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm going to complete a small one and the space one, and the space one's going to go in Todd's room.
Oh,
So,
cool.
and it's not diamond painting, it's paint by number.
Ooh, I love
So
paint by
I
number.
used to like paint by number, but I don't have the patience for it now. I'd rather
Really?
I'd rather do this, but I got, I told the company I want as little colors as possible so that I don't have to change my brush so much.
Mm.
So,
That'll be
but
good though. You can check out the paint and see how
yeah,
that works.
yeah, I'm planning on doing that. So watch that
Cool.
video tomorrow. And of course, there won't be any on Sunday. And
Okay.
then on Monday, there'll be another video.
Well,
So,
I am going to be taking care of my neighbor's rabbits tomorrow.
ooh,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm rabbit sitting.
very nice.
Yeah,
My
it'll
mother-in-law's
be
got a
fun.
yard full of rabbits.
Oh yeah.
Oh, lots of rabbits. Lots of rabbits.
Well, y'all
So,
have a good weekend.
yep, you too, Jeannie.
Thank you.
And
I'm going to
yep,
focus on getting rid of this
y-
funk.
yes, please do that. Please
So,
do that.
all right. Y'all
All
come back
right,
on Wednesday.
guys. Bye, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
I'll wait a few seconds for the thing to catch up, and then I'll be out of here. So, the lag. Because the first time I did this, I signed off and people were still talking. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh,
Nope.
yeah, it's
But
hard.
I think they're done. All right. Oh, here we go. Bye, Trisha. Bye, Lorraine. Patty, I think, went to bed already.
We lost her a long time ago. She's like, it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, she's like, good night. Good night, guys. I'm really hanging up now.